Buying an immovable property in Georgia as a foreigner can be complicated. That's why I'm sharing with you an ultimate guide on how to acquire it successfully in Georgia. In many countries, when you are an alien, there are always a different rules that apply to you when it comes to buying an immovable property. So that is why some people think that in Georgia case is the same. When you are new in Georgia, I think buying a real estate or land is more difficult because of its legal structure. But when you have information, everything seems easy. I will give you all the tips. My name is Lika Tsintsabadze. I'm a business and immigration attorney in Tbilisi, Georgia, and you're watching an exclusive miniseries with Nomad Capitalist. First of all, in Georgia, foreigners have exactly the same rights when it comes to buying residential real estate as Georgian citizens have. There are no extra requirements for foreigners and there are no extra taxes either. In addition to residential real estate, the same applies to the purchase of commercial real estate such as hotels, shops, restaurants, offices, and so forth. The government made changes in the very specific type of land and put restrictions on foreigners. So there is only one type of real estate investment that is not open to foreign investors, and that is agricultural land. As of May 2017, foreigners are no longer allowed to buy or own agricultural land. There are exceptions such as when a foreign citizen inherits this type of land. So more specifically, it is a homestead land category which is used or may be used for agricultural purposes with or without buildings and structures on it. The problem is that agricultural zoning may be applied to land in places you wouldn't expect. Many areas in towns and villages and even some land plots in Tbilisi are zoned agricultural. Getting the zoning changes can be a long and difficult process. Because of this, most foreigners choose to purchase non-agricultural land rather than pursue rezoning. Nevertheless, foreign investors have all the rights to buy land on the territory of Georgia except of the above-mentioned category. So before we move on the procedure and real estate market, let's discuss what are the best areas to buy land. I would say that it totally depends on what you're looking for. If you want to construct a hotel or a restaurant, definitely Tbilisi, Batumi or Kakheti are the best choices. If you want to build a summer getaway for you and your family, I think you have to check Saguramo, Tabakhmela, Nadakhtari or Beti or even Tskheta. If you are looking for a quiet place in Tbilisi, you may also check Lisi, Tsanisi, Tzneti, and so forth. Now let's get into real estate market. There are several online platforms to search the lands like myhome.g, ss.g, and place.g. But when it comes to land and not residential estate, I think it's probably best if you hire a good real estate agent. Most real estate agents charge 3% of the transaction value. The percentage is subject to negotiations and the fee is usually paid by the seller. Real estate prices are usually advertised in USD, but the transactions has to be made officially in GEL. The procedures of buying a land are not that complicated, but it's kind of tricky because it requires due diligence and other professional legal help. When you find a suitable land and decide to buy it, here are the procedures that you must follow. First is to negotiate the price, because in most cases prices are negotiable. Take a few minutes and book consultation with a good lawyer for pre-purchase consultations. Ask them to check the legal status of the land, aka due diligence. Prepare purchase agreements, register the pre-purchase agreements, and then pay deposit. And finally, finalize the registration process in the public registry and pay the remaining amount. If you cannot be in Georgia, you can buy the land remotely with the help of power of attorney. If you are a foreign citizen who does not have a Georgian residency card, power of attorney should be executed by a notary in Georgia. Alternatively, you as the principal are entitled to issue the power of attorney in a foreign country, legalize and apostille it in that country, and then send it to your trustee in Georgia, who will translate and notarize it on the territory of Georgia. Regarding the prices, it is very individual. For example, in Lisi, the price of land can be 120 USD per square meter, whereas in Sirnari, Kakheti, or in Gori, it can be $5 per square meter. If you require a mortgage loan, there are two main banks in Georgia, TBC Bank and Bank of Georgia. Credit from commercial banks is available to foreign investors as well as domestic clients, although interest rates are high. In addition to this, some lands require construction permits and some lands are sold with the approved projects. In case you require to obtain construction permits, these are the procedures that you must go through. First is to obtain terms of construction from an architecture institution. Receive an inspection on the construction site from the Georgian authorities. Request and receive connection to the city's water supply system. And lastly, register the building at the National Public Registry. In case you want to know more about real estate market in Georgia, please comment down below and we'll be happy to make another video.